it's Emma here from the Southeast branch of the library, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Danish concept of hygge, which is roughly translated as coziness. So fall is my favorite time of year, and of course in Florida we don't get a real change of season at all really, but this time of year it's still really hot and muggy. But that doesn't stop me from trying to do lots of cozy things in the fall just because it's fun. So at the library we can help you with a bunch of different books on the topic. So there's this one, The Little Book of Hygge. It's got some really great tips on how to be cozy and all the different things you can do. And then there's this one, which is The Joy of Hygge. And then I've got another couple of books which are just nice to curl up with, and they're nice and relaxing to read. So Slow, Simple Living for a Frantic World. And then there's one called Goodbye Things, which is about Japanese minimalism, which is just very calming to read. And then there's one at the bottom called Make Yourself Cozy. So those are just a few of the books, and I'm going to talk through the Hygge wish list, which is in The Little Book of Hygge. And this is like all the different things that you need to have a really cozy time. So the first thing is the Hygge Grog. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right at all, but this is just basically a cozy chair or a little nook where you can read. And so I just have this chair that's just in our bedroom, and I cover it with this really soft, cozy blanket. So yeah, I really recommend having a special reading chair like this. It's really cozy and fun. Number 2 is a fireplace, which I actually don't have in this room. But if you're, and a lot of people in Florida don't have a fireplace, so we're just gonna have to like pass on that one. But the third element is candles. And so I have my candles right there. So they're really calming to be around. So that's nice. Number 4 is things made out of wood. So I have this wooden bowl, which I really like. And number 5 is nature. So I like to collect things from nature and put them into my wooden bowl, which is extremely hygge. Number 6 is books. So we have lots of books. And so you're in the right place. If you come to the library, you can find plenty of those. Number 7 is ceramics. So I like, this is my favorite mug because it's really nice and heavy, and it has some tea in it, which I like. And then number 8 is think tactile. So think about how things feel, soft blankets and like natural wood, that kind of thing. Number 9 is vintage. So any sort of vintage, I'm calling this pattern on my pillow vintage, but any sort of vintage pattern or objects that are older is I think what they mean. And then number 10 is blankets and cushions. So I always have an extra blanket in case I want to snuggle up while I'm reading. And if you do all of those things, you're going to be having a very hygge time. So the other thing that I think is very cozy that the Danish really like to do is to craft. So when I come back, we're going to do a little craft and make some pom-poms and have a very relaxing time. For this craft, you're going to need a small ball of wool. Any sort of yarn will do. You need something circular that you can draw around. This is just the top of a one of those like coffee cups, and a pen, and a piece of cardboard, and some scissors. So we're going to start by making 2 circles, just drawing around our shape like this. And then we're going to cut out the circles. And what we're gonna make is a pom-pom. So not like the giant cheerleader pom-poms, but the little woolen pom-poms you can use as a, like on top of a hat, or you can actually make really cute Christmas, kind of like a garland for your Christmas tree, or just like a winter decoration if you do them all in like blue and white and hang them up. But for me, the process of making pom-poms is more about the process of making pom-poms rather than what I choose to do with them at the end. It's really relaxing, and so once you cut your circles out, you're going to chop into them and make these C shapes. So you're gonna just chop into the center and then go around and cut them out, and they don't have to be perfect, they're just gonna end up looking like that. So then we put them together and we get our ball of yarn, and all we're gonna do is wind the yarn round. Now you don't want it to be too tight, just nice and easy. And the thing that makes it very relaxing is just the repetitiveness. So you just keep going round, nice and easy. And then once you have gone all around and it's fairly thick, I'll meet you back and I'll show you the next step. So this is what it's going to look like when it's kind of like a part of a donut or a croissant. And then you're going to need some really sharp scissors. So what we're going to do is cut all the way along here. So the best way to do it is to pinch like this so that all of these bits of yarn don't go flying. So you're putting your scissors in between the two little C shapes that you made. And I always do it way too tight, so we'll see how we go. Whoopsie. And don't worry if the cardboard shapes get completely torn up doing this, because we're gonna, they usually don't last more than one go anyway. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to take a piece of yarn like this and thread it between the two little discs, or your two C shapes, really carefully. And then we're going to tie a very tight knot. And if you lose some friends along the way, it's okay. So we're tying a very tight knot. And then you can pull out your C's and have a look at your pom-pom. So it's definitely okay if you need to trim a couple of bits. See these bits that are a little bit too long? We're going to trim those, friends, and make it a little bit neater and tidier. I kind of love it. So you can make little garlands out of pom-poms, you can pop it on the top of a hat, you could hang them for like a winter decoration, but mainly it's just really fun to make them. So thanks very much for joining me.